What's going on, guys? It's Coach Noob back in the building with another one. As usual, it's going to be jam packed full of jewels. Anytime is always appreciated because you can be doing anything, but you hear me checking out these reviews. And it's another wild one about a man accused of killing his wife and his girlfriend. So let's get to it.
Happening now, Dalton police are investigating what they believe is a double murder suicide. They say a man shot and killed his wife before driving to another location to shoot and kill his girlfriend. Then he turned the gun on himself. Fox 5's Eric Mock is live from the scene of the first murder that's on Morris Street there in Dalton. Eric, walk us through this tragic event.
Hey, mental health, physical health, spiritual health, decision making, man. And just from what he's saying, bro, double murder suicide, you know what I'm saying? That's mental health because just even, like I always say, man, be thinking about, you know, taking anybody out, man. And even yourself, bro. It's problems that you've been having, trauma that you haven't dealt with, you know, stuff that, and, you know, life happens, man. And nobody said it was going to be fair or easy. It's just life. And you have to, you know, have the mental, spiritual, and physical, you know, awareness to deal with whatever happens. And, you know, they say God doesn't put more on you than you can handle, man. So whatever comes your way, you should be able to get through it, navigate through it, man, into better times and ultimately leading to better decision making at the end of the day, man. So you don't get into those type of situations like that, man.
Eric, really very tragic. We're learning from police that they actually responded to the Murray Avenue apartments yesterday evening around 6 p.m. because the woman who lived here, her coworkers, called police. They were worried because she hadn't shown up to work for several days. And when police got inside her apartment, they unfortunately found her dead with an apparent gunshot wound to the head.
Now look, man, having two women, bro, like, there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Like it, you can't have more than one woman, but you do have to go about it the right way. Like, both women should know about each other. You know, they shouldn't have a problem with each other. You shouldn't have to lie about having another woman, you know, and things, you know, they go smoother like that. Some people, you know, end up lying about the other woman or something, and then that's how you get in trouble. But in this situation, you know, we're gonna find out what happens, bro. I don't think it was about them finding out about each other or anything like that. And I'm just saying, like, you can't do that, man. But you have to go about it the right way. And as far as this goes, bro, having, you know what I'm saying, two women and taking one out, bro, taking them both out, you know what I'm saying, you really don't need no women, bro. You need to, he should have been working on himself and, you know, figuring out the problems that he had, bro, and letting people live their lives and him going on living his life until he was able to figure out, you know, what was troubling him so much to the point where he took them out and took himself out, man. It's plenty of help out there, you know, for mental health or and stuff like that. And, you know, it's just really a sad thing that when this type of stuff happens, bro, because it should never be the answer to your questions, bro, or, you know, it shouldn't even be thought of to be a way out. You know what I'm saying? And it definitely doesn't make things easier for you because you're not here anymore to deal with anything. It just, you know, makes everybody else's life harder, bro. That has to, that's left to pick up the pieces of, you know, a decision that you made. And this decision, you know, it led to three people, you know, being unalive, man.
Now, detectives then looked through surveillance video from the apartment complex and saw a suspect leaving her apartment on Wednesday evening. They tracked that suspect's vehicle to an apartment complex on Shadow Lane. That's about 3 miles away from here. Now, while waiting for a search warrant to go in there, police say the father of the second victim actually showed up to the apartment to check on his daughter. And when he went inside, he discovered her and another man dead inside.
So people cared about both of these women, you know what I'm saying? And for him to murder somebody like that, you know, he didn't, and himself, he didn't care about them. He didn't care about himself. He didn't care about anything else. He wasn't thinking about the future. And, you know, he definitely wasn't in his right mind. He wasn't making the right decisions, bro. And, you know, he definitely was in his emotions. He was acting out his feelings, because when you do stuff like that, it's, you know, most of the time you're acting out of your feelings. Really, all the time. You're acting out of your feelings and your emotions, bro. You're not thinking clear, and we all know that leads to making decisions that aren't the best for you or anyone. And, you know, like I said in all these videos, man, the decisions you make affect you and everyone around you, man. And on both, somebody checked on both of the women, though, for real. One, her job, because she usually shows up. You know, she was pretty solid, and they could depend on her, so they, you know, knew something was wrong when she didn't show up. And then the other one, her father, because she probably frequently talked to him, and when she stopped talking, not responding to any calls or texts or anything, he went and did a welfare check himself, man. So, you know, it was just that one decision, bro. Like, he wasn't thinking about any of that. And it was probably people who cared about him too. Even when, you know, you're not feeling the best about yourself or you're feeling down, bro, you still got to keep going, man. And just know that somebody does care about you, man. Especially if you're helping yourself, you know, there's always help out there, bro. That's when you get help, when you help yourself. Because if you don't help yourself, then nobody else is going to want to do it, man.
Investigators believe the man shot the woman there as well before shooting himself. Now, police say at this time they believe the suspect was married to the first victim and the second victim was his girlfriend.
And again, you can have two women, bro, but, you know, you got to be in the right mind for that. You got to be able to handle that in a proper way, both women knowing about each other. And when it's going like this, though, and you're in that kind of mental space where you got to take them both out. You honestly, like I've been saying, you don't need any women, bro. You need to be figuring out life and how you gonna get out of whatever slump you in, and, you know, just let people do what they do, bro. Live their life. So, and give yourself a chance and give everybody else a chance, bro, by making the best decisions for yourself, by not being in your feelings, by not dealing in your emotions, bro, and thinking in rationality and logically, bro, because that's how men operate, man. And shit, having two women, bro, you know, it seemed like a cool thing, man. For some people, it's just not, bro. Some people don't even need one woman. They need to work on themselves, man.
So 3 people now dead because of this murder-suicide. Police have not released any any identities of the 3 victims, the 2 victims and the suspect yet. So we're still waiting for those. And again, this is a developing story, so there's a lot more details to come, and we will bring you them as soon as we have them. For now, reporting live in Dalton, Eric Mock, Fox 5 News.
Yeah, it just breaks your heart.
Yeah, man. And usually when you do have, you know what I'm saying, more than one woman, bro, your life, and you're doing it the right way. Your life it's not that hard, bro. And you're really not dealing with that many problems and stuff like that, bro, especially if you're doing it right. But again, once you get into like cheating and all that, that's when all the problems come, bro. So it seems like it was really, you know, something mental that was going on with him, and he just snapped one day because he wasn't dealing with it properly. And, you know, he took out whatever he was going through on everyone, including himself. Well, his wife, his girlfriend, and himself. But ultimately, like I've been saying, the people that love them, friends and family, maybe children and all that, everybody else had to feel that too. And that's why it's important to think about these decisions, man. And if you know you're not ready to be in those type of situations, or you being stressed out or something, man, again, it's always some type of help you can go get, bro. And you should do that before you make a decision that it's too late to come back from, like this one, man. But anyways, it's Coach Noob. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you're digging this kind of content. Anytime is always appreciated, because you could be doing anything but you hear me checking out these reviews. Till next time, I'm out.